Houston,
Texas.
Texas.
We were just talking about it's kind of crazy trying to organize. We're doing a free training event for you tomorrow, whatever day it's a day. It's on Friday. We were just talking about it's of course
Yeah.
daylight saving. So I thought it was 5 hours difference, but no, it's 6 hours difference the day before for you. And so we're just like, it's hard to kind of manage these things, but we know that we're doing a training your time on Friday at 1 p.m. and we're talking about how you can do video better as a small business, right?
Correct. Yes.
So today we like to keep our lives nice and short, like 10 minutes. So let's dive into it. For short form video content, what do you propose to your clients, or what should they talk about? What's some of the things that you say that they should talk about in their content?
Sure. A lot of the things that I would gravitate on people sharing who they are is simply answering the questions that people are asking. You're getting these questions over and over, and why don't you just tell them? Like my piano studio, how long are your lessons? Well, they're 45 minutes. You're going to go through that process of how do you do things, or what people are always asking. And that's what you should be talking about. Other than that, once you've got those basic videos done, that you've answered a lot of those questions that people ask all the time, you're going to create more value with them to get more tips and valuable insights that inspire you. So I love to say, I'm looking at this new program and we're checking this out, we're testing things. So why don't you check out this new app with me and see if you like, this Piano Marvel. We're going to try out some different, sight reading methods, and, something that you're adding value to your business that people would want to learn more about. With my social media business, I love to do some book reviews and share my insights as a business owner, and you're getting more valuable tips and quotes and stuff that you can share out there on a regular basis that would be evergreen content that you can always use, right?
And I think, look, you've hit on a really good point that, if you could create your videos and not timestamp them, don't sort of say, look, we're talking about this time of the year. The idea here is
That's
that
where recycle coming.
once you've done them once, you don't need to do them again.
Correct.
I literally, videos that I recorded 4 years ago, I can still use today.
Correct.
So
building your asset.
I think that that people have busy lives, right? It's like what they see on your Facebook feed 3 months ago, they're probably going to forget what they're going to see in another 3 months. So every 6 months you can, and this is the secret, is to not timestamp it, not to mention, the month or the year, not to kind of mention, oh, it's cold outside, because then you won't be able to use that video again when it's hot, right? So I think it's really important to not timestamp. But the FAQs, 100%, people are asking you these questions all the time about, how long should my video be? What should I talk about in my video? And you just need to, again, remind people that you're there and remind people that you are an expert. And with video, they get to look at you and see that you're an expert, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And what about stories? What are you a fan of telling stories on video?
Oh, totally. Yeah, if you have a story, that would be amazing. They're going to listen more. They're going to listen longer, and I would recommend maybe breaking that story up so they can. It's kind of like that soap opera show that you want to say, like, I'm going to share you part of the story. Now, it's part of my life, so I'm not sure what's going to happen next. So come on the next live stream or the next video that we're going to make in a couple days or next, whatever. I don't know when that's going to happen. Just stay following me so I can go to the next videos, and I'll tell the rest. So it's always pre-selling to the next video as well too. So love stories, but don't tell the whole story. Like leave the climax or something coming.
Yeah. And look, that's the thing.
terrible,
I think people feel the need. I need to tell the entire story in one video. It's not. It's about giving people a little taster of part of the story, and you're going to need to do some planning. unfortunately, this is the bit that most people don't do, is they need to look
Live
at, okay,
life. You know?
it's amazing how many people don't plan when they speak, right?
Correct.
It's just incredible. Anyway, the same thing goes for anything, right? If you're going to do some video content, but you break up that story. I'm coaching a guy at the moment to tell his story, and it's typically his personal story leads into his business story, and there's some case study videos and also case study stories, and
Right.
each of those can be even broken into a written post, or it could be a video post. There's lots of different ways to communicate. You want to leave your audience with a little bit of intrigue, right? You don't need to give all of the information in one go. But yeah, look,
People learn different ways.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. So it's if you were doing a long form, if you're doing a 25-minute live stream or doing a 25-minute YouTube video, yeah, you might go into a bit more detail because people are attuned to watching a longer form video piece of you. But for most people, if we're doing videos to attract people that we don't know, then we need to be mindful of how long the videos is. So it's kind of short, and yeah, it's kind of breaking that up. And so stories for you, FAQs, we call them FAQs, so frequently asked questions. Do you share much personal content about you, the individual behind the business?
Depends. And sometimes people are real personal about that on, what you share publicly and keeping it security safe and family wise, what do they know of you and things like that. And so I would say if you have issues on that, or even compliance kind of stuff, you really need to stick with your points or, your pinpoints that you want to share. And people connect with people that are like-minded. So you have to share some of your interests or what makes you you in order for people to connect with that. As long as you understand that connection, it will get a lot easier on how you share more about you and how you do your videos. Did you like the color blue too? I smell bacon. I know you like bacon, right? So,
But that's right. And
some of those random things will connect people.
Absolutely. And look, when I say personal content, I'm not saying that, I bank with this bank and here is my PIN number for my, we're saying personal content that resonates with other people. So,
how
I
you're
always,
going to connect with them. Like,
I always say one of my favorite videos is tell me 3 things about you that your audience doesn't know. And it's, most people kind of often default to a business sense, but it's like people connect with people who live in the same city. People, what do they enjoy doing? Obviously, I connect with Americans particularly. There's always stories that we can find relatability when we meet somebody, right? And it's kind of we share some love between each other, and that's the same thing that I'm talking about when we're doing some video content. Share some relatable insights that relate you to another person. So you really build that knowing, liking, and trust. But anyway, we can go into all of these things will be discussed when we do our free 30-minute training at 1 p.m. your time on Friday, allowing for a daylight savings change. There is a link below this. So down below this video, there's a link at johnmurray.com/free training, Alicia, and you can go there and we'll see you there on Saturday morning, my time. And we'll be diving just a 30-minute training to give you some value around how you can present your business and present it with, professional and being authentic and sharing content that is going to resonate for your audience. But we shall see you, young lady, on Friday. I look forward to it.
Yes, me too.
All right, Alicia.
People having some great videos.